What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to send this message out, not just to women, but I got to kind of send it out. I guess mostly to women because our women are really the main targets of this kind of thing, to where it's been pushed on them that in order to be seen, in order to garner certain levels of attention, you got to take your clothes off. You got to get naked. You got to get butt naked. But that's something we got to start working against and pushing against, because there's so much uh, oversexualization in today's society, and they start young people off at an early age. They start um, showing it to where our young people are seeing it at an early age. They're seeing it on social media. They're seeing it on TV. They're seeing it in magazines, if people still reading magazines. But that image and those images push our young women and our young men to feeling like, okay, look, that celebrity's doing it, that celebrity's doing it, and look where they are. This is what I have to do in order to get to where they are. And that's just not true. Um, your physical anatomy, your physical structure is not a talent. It's just how you are built. It's just how you're put together from a physical standpoint. It's not a talent. It's not something that you have to try to say, well, okay, well, this is part of my skill set that I will use. Now, and even when you feel like it did get you there, where did it really get you? And why did it get you there? It got you there from a position of exploitation, to exploit you, to use your physical looks in order to bring a profit, in order to perpetuate a stereotype, in order to attempt to degenerate a um, a culture, degenerate a people by bringing us to this lower thought process. And like I say, it ain't just on the women. We ain't just gonna act like it's kind it gets kind of overlooked. With guys. Okay, a guy might do some suspect stuff. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gets over. Well, he a dude. He can. The truth of the matter is, man, it shouldn't be done. Period. Just plain and simple. And people are gonna look at it how they look at it, and we say, "Well, man, this is business, man. This is the industry. You got to do what you got to do." Okay, well, if that's your take on it, then you got to study the history of those who felt that they had to do what they had to do, and then when you no longer have that physique, when you no longer have that body, or you're no longer even that popular of an artist, then somebody else comes up behind you and they just politely slide you out of the way, and now they got a new naked person up there. They got somebody else that they're exploiting. So you gain in terms of money, in terms of fame, in terms of material things to some degree, but you lose in terms of character. You lose in terms of principle. You lose in terms of just that part of yourself, um, that's dignity and integrity. You lose a part of yourself, especially if you consciously are doing it because, hey, they cutting the check. Um, we all have done some things that we look back and say, well, man, I wish I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? But look, hey, man, hey, your boy is one of the biggest culprits of that. So I never sit up here and try to see the majority of what I say. I be talking to myself, not about the naked stuff, because your boy, I ain't got that kind of body no way. I wouldn't do it no way, but that ain't my thing. But we've all done things that we look at and say, well, man, I wish I would have done that years later. So a lot of times the mind frame that we are in at 19, at 20, at 22. A lot of times, some exceptions, but a lot of times, you're not going to be in that mind frame at 40, at 35, 37. And you don't want to do things now that you'll look back and wish you wouldn't have done, especially in this day and age where everything is documented and recorded and filmed and social media and everything. So that in essence is us creating a part of ourselves. We're creating something in the present that will be impossible to erase in the future. And we have to place more value on ourselves and more value on our gifts and more belief in the ability of our gifts to get us to wherever it is that we're trying to get. Because again, your body is not a talent. Your talent, okay, your ability to sing, oh man, she's a hell of a singer. Oh man, he's a hell of a rapper. That's your gift. That's your skill. And that can get you wherever you want to get to with the if you mesh that in and fuse that with integrity. Combine that with that integrity and knowledge of how to elevate yourself in the game, then it can get you as high as you want to get. But even if it don't, even if they say, well, nah, man, we ain't trying to hear what you're talking about. You don't want to show us what you got, baby girl. It's gonna be a hard road for you. Okay, well, you have to make the decision and say, well, that's what it's just gonna be. It's just gonna be that hard road, because first of all, they don't care about you to put it to you like that in the first place. Well, if you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. Well, let somebody else do it. Let somebody else take on that mantle, because we have so much more to offer. We got so much more to offer the world and ourselves, and to hold ourselves to a better standard than to just say, well, you know what? I just turned my booty around. That'll give me some views. And you get older, you have children, and we get to a point where our life is really just not belonging solely to us. There are other people who now we have to live for, and we have to be an example for as we move forward. And it can't just be about what we want to do or think it's all right to do, because hey, it's me, it's my body, and hey, I'm trying to get there, I'm trying to get this money, and you know, you got to trust what the Creator gave you to elevate yourself. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this topic, man. It's so much that goes into it from an industry standpoint, because these perverts that run all of these industries, that's all they want to see. They want to bring us down. They want to implement those visuals into our eyes, because us as men, we gonna freak out, and now everything's all out of whack, and we're not concentrating and focusing on the structure that we should be focusing and concentrating on as a collective unit, because now our minds and our eyes have been diverted to the wrong way. All right, man, so y'all leave your comments below, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what y'all think. All right, peace.